Well, hi everybody. I'm actually wearing my Healy for the topic that we're going to talk about, which is weight. It's a touchy subject. I have been going through some stuff and gained some weight. So I just felt like people may need to also hear this or want to talk about it. But I tend to go through different phases in my life where I gain so much weight for me, for my body. And then other times where I just release it. And then I am these past few months, probably actually 6 months or so since like summerish, I started gaining weight. And in my mind, I was like, I'm gaining weight because I don't have options to eat since I'm outside all day working, doing sales and marketing in the weather. And I can't really pack a lunch because I'm working outside. So I have to buy food at restaurants. Well, that was part of the issue, yes. But at the same time, I started going through different emotional struggles and things in my life that were happening. Lots of changes, transitional things that I've been going through. Um, and all of that adds to right to weight. It all adds up to the issue of weight. The reason being is when people are going through emotional turbulence, emotional issues, um, just different things in their life, like trauma or reliving trauma, or are healing certain things, or are doing spiritual work, or are dealing with a lot of negative people around them, or whatever. There's so many situations. Uh, you can end up adding layers of padding to your body because literally you're adding protection to yourself. Your soul wants to protect you from these negative influences and from the pain and trauma you're feeling. So your body ends up uh, keeping on layers to protect you. And so I've been eating a little too much. Now, it's it's okay. Like when I actually really think about this, I'm like, it's okay. I've been here before. I've been down this road. I've been bigger than I wanted to before. I've gained weight before. I can lose it again. Okay, it's not a big deal. So all of those energies happening at once, and then the fear I've had from like the situations I've been in and losing my employment and not having another, like having to figure out different sources of income. Now I have like a lot more than I thought, but it's not as much as I anticipated coming in, right? Anyways, all of that, right? Fear, like judgment, mm, doubts, like all of that adds layers to your physical being sometimes because you're also go into a state of like trying to comfort yourself, which is grounding. And not even just to mention that I love food, like the taste. I love to feel things. I'm so sensual. Like that's what I'm teaching people is to be sensual. So obviously, and when I eat, I enjoy the fuck out of it. When you are able to let go of those fears and judgments within you and your insecurities, you're able to release that. You are able to, like, it can become easier for you to lose that. You have to keep in mind in your third eye, in your mind's eye, how do you want to look? How do you see yourself? So there may be a discrepancy between how you see yourself and how you want to look. You have to bridge that gap, and you need to love yourself. You cannot lose the weight if you don't genuinely love yourself. And loving yourself even when you don't feel attractive or good enough. Loving yourself when you're not at your best. Loving yourself with extra pounds. Loving yourself. Body, everybody is unique and different. So there's not a one uh fits everybody. There's not a one size fits all, okay? You need to go within and figure out what your body needs and what your... Now, another secret is if you want to look on the outside a certain fucking way and you have an appearance in mind of how you want to look, you need to focus on the beauty inside you first. You also need to make an intention on how beautiful you want to be on the inside, like your soul. So when you start working on yourself, and I'm talking about inner work, your appearance will also catch up to that. Focus on your inner beauty, your healing, your evolution. And in your mind, think of how you see yourself to be, your best version of yourself. And sweetheart, you can make that shit happen. And let me tell you a secret. You can fucking shapeshift. Everybody can. Most people can shapeshift. You can make yourself look how you want to look. And I'm not talking about plastic surgery. Okay? Yes, that will help. And by the way, if you want to help contribute to me, to my fund in beautifying myself, because I do love and appreciate beauty, you can Venmo me, because you are way more powerful than you know, than you realize. Wake the fuck up. So I just want to let you know I see you and you're beautiful, and it doesn't matter how big or small you are. You matter, and you just remember the ultimate truth. You are the creator of your reality. You. That's how powerful you are. You can create how you look and your reality. I mean, to a certain extent, right? But I mean, even if you need plastic surgery, like, shoot, you can fucking manifest that for yourself. Like, love is the ultimate truth. Love. So figure it out. Put one and one together. Love. Inner beauty. Outer beauty. As within, so without. As above, so below. If you look at the universe and the patterns... And I've literally gained like 4 inches. Okay, so that's... I know I can lose it back. But yeah, I don't like it. But it's okay because I'm enjoying myself lately. I haven't done that in a long time. And that's what I'm doing. So it's literally a like defense mechanism that your body does to protect you, because your soul's going through a lot. So people that have a hard time losing weight, or like, oh my god, I have to lose weight, it's not necessarily, it has to do with your emotions and healing, and that's the key to losing it. But you can't lose it until you're ready, honey. So long story short, energetically, some people can't lose weight, and you're not meant to, because you're not internally there. Meaning you need to, there's other things that you need to focus on to be able to lose that those extra layers. The reason you may have gained weight and got padded with fat is because your soul's trying to protect you. So your appearance always follows what's happening internally with you. Literally, like when they say you are what you eat, it's not just what you eat as in food, but what you eat mentally, and your thoughts, and what you're saying, and what your struggles are. If you're having struggles internally, what you're going through internally, as within, so without. So you need to address your mental and emotional states before you change or try to physically change your outer appearance, because you can do that, you can go that route, but it's just going to take more effort, be harder, it's not as efficient, and you're going to be banging your head on the wall, because you're going to be like, what the fuck, I'm doing all these things that you're supposed to do and that is proven to work, and I am not making progress. That's when you look at the energetics and you talk to people that are spiritual because, or coaches, and you can't follow what has worked for somebody else. You're not that person. Everybody's completely different and individual. So what works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. You have to like test these things and figure out what your body needs. So to get yourself to look a certain way, change the way you appear on the outside, lose weight, there's a combination of things you have to look at. You can't just focus on your physical only, or the energetics only, or your mental state and emotions. You should be doing a combination work of all. So like, energetically, people gain weight because they're trying to protect themselves from negative energies, trauma, different reasons like that. So you have to look at that. That's the deep work that you go. That's the root of all of it. That's where you look first. Number 2, there is certain things that work for everybody, and I'm not that I know I just said I'm not talking about diets or exercise though. I'm talking about like substances like vitamins and amino acids and things like certain different oils or whatever. So you want to be careful and stay away from a lot of plant oils, which actually do more harm for you in your body, because plants don't want to be eaten. So anyways, that's a whole other story. But like, for example, MCT oil, look up what it does in your body chemically, internally. There is research out there. There's scientific data. I've been using that for the last year or so, and it does help with not being as hungry, and it helps with weight management. So I've already been used to doing that, but I didn't know that it's a good idea to add it in coffee. I found out that I can drink, that I probably should drink some now. It's interesting. You have to listen to your body. I think that I did the right thing by going off of coffee for that time that I did. I needed it. I needed to reset my nervous system because it was just that was part of what I needed to heal that, because I get jittery and all that, so, and nervous with it. But now that I'm going to be doing some intermittent fasting, because I got kind of fat, kind of chunky these last few months, I learned that it's not really bad. Like, there's no proof that coffee has any bad effects on your body. I think it depends individually, though. I think that every single person and body and physical form and everything is different. So you have to listen to your body and what it's telling you, because things are not for everybody, right? They're not. People need different nutrition and stuff like that. But anyway, I tuned in and realized that I am going to drink coffee again, at least once a day, to help with my metabolism, because for me it does help, and I like it and I crave it. So sometimes when you crave certain things, there's for a reason, and sometimes you need to listen to your body, obviously in balance, right? I'm not gonna go and like start drinking 5 cups of coffee, but I'm going to use it intentionally to help with intermittent fasting. So I'm gonna do that as well. I also love research on biohacking, which is partly why I have a Healy anyways. Healy's and frequency, it's all biohacking to reverse age. And I like to learn from people who are in tune with all of the different aspects of life. I'm learning different things on biohacking. I kind of stopped. I'm all about research, so I get obsessed with research. That makes me happy, and I do that for fun. Like, literally, that's all I did yesterday. I was researching and learning. So when I say that, there's experts in these fields that know about, like, they're spiritual in nature, but they're all experts in science and health and things like that. And so there's this man who talks about intermittent fasting and the way he uses it and how to do it so that you're not starving when you're doing it. Obviously, you want to use your sleep time for most of the time that you're fasting. So it's not gonna be hard. And